Chud, if you can get me out, help with the bond. I cannot access my funds until I get out of here because no one has access to any of my Give Send Go or my crypto wallets, etc. I have to get out of here so that I can get verification processes to get into all of these funds. I will fight for free. If you can help me out to post bail, I will fight for free. We'll do whatever it is you want to do, bro. I need somebody with big money who can throw down. Get this mountain high enough. No mountain low enough. No river wide enough. Get me from you. No mountain high enough. No mountain low enough. Say it. No river wide enough. Get me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough. Nothing can keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough. Nothing can keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Friday. When was the last time y'all saw me? Monday? Bad circumstances throughout the whole week. I appreciate that sub on Twitch. The whole week. It rained. Let me explain to you how ass backwards. I must explain this before I just start rolling. It rains and it starts thundering and the power goes out. The power goes out for half of a second. Like half of a second, and it comes back on. And everything comes back on except one thing, my internet. And, it's like, all right, I got to wait like maybe 3 minutes, and then, it'll be back on. I didn't pay attention. An hour went by. Like a literal hour went by, and I just realized my audio is not on. And I'm just like, oh, what's going on here? And so I just look. My router is off. That motherfucker's not having to reboot, troubleshoot, nothing. That motherfucker is off. And there's nothing I could do about that. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out how do I get my shit back on? And this shit's just dead. Okay. So I bring it to where it needs to be brought. And I tell them what happened. These motherfuckers telling me everybody had to deal with that all that Monday and the rest of the week. So I'm like, this is fucking terrible. Well, but I'm alive. And more importantly, I'm not giving up my ass in jail to black people. Now, where we last left off on Chud the Builder, currently, hold on, let me just move that out the way, not turning my camera on. Last we left it, Chud was sitting at 271, which was the 10% needed so that he could post bond even with the extra add-on. And everybody was going to sit there and just be like, oh, great, it's over. Well, it's not over. He could go home and be scot-free. And just for brevity's sake, on the black side of it, the blacks are still losing. I thought that we were going to get to a point where, the blacks would be winning, but unfortunately, the blacks still lose. The racism still trumps overall, but in case nobody found out, we got the affidavit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to read the important part. On May 13th, 2026, who's Chud the Builder? For anyone uninitiated, Chud the Builder is like Johnny Somali, a streamer who goes around bothering the fuck out people. And we all know the expected outcome with streamers who do that shit. Dead, arrested, beat up, regardless. He goes around busting out the N-word to black people, wanting a reaction, and he finally got one that landed him behind bars. And for some reason, stupid people are running around saying, this is about free speech. No. This motherfucker shot a gun, could have killed a man. If you care that much, this motherfucker that he shot was apparently a veteran. But on May 13th, 2026, at approximately 19 hours, Dalton Etherly and Joshua Fox engaged in a verbal altercation in front of the Montgomery County Courthouse. During the verbal altercation, Mr. Etherly turned his body in a bladed stance towards Mr. Fox and reached for his firearm located in his right jacket pocket. Thereafter, a physical altercation ensued. Mr. Etherly discharged his firearm, striking Mr. Fox multiple times. As a result of being shot, Mr. Fox was life-flighted to Vanderbilt Hospital and underwent emergency surgery. In addition, at the time the shots were fired, there were several innocent bystanders in the area. Surveillance video of the incident shows ricocheting projectiles hitting nearby walls. Mr. Etherly employed a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. So in case there's a lot of people that don't get it. This dude is fucked. Because not only are you deploying a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony, you are shooting somebody, nearly killing them, and on top of which, you could have possibly injured somebody else with ricocheting projectiles hitting nearby walls. But what if they didn't hit the nearby walls and they hit a person? This dude is fucked. Leon, Leon, I had my interview. Gotta thank you for the advice you gave. And hey, even if I don't get it, I still appreciate it. Well, let's hope you get the job. Let's not sit here and think negative. Let's think on the positive aspect. Let's think you get the job. Then you get some money. You know what I'm saying? If money means money. You know what I'm saying? And so, for some reason, if we bring it back to this, people are looking at this and they're fixating on the verbiage and how nowhere in here it states that Chud the Builder said the N-word. But all you got to do is use critical fucking thinking, and you realize engaging in a verbal altercation is the setup for what it is that could be the N-word. I don't know why people are dying on this fucking hill that bad to pretend like this is going on, but our buddy was in court today, and instead of the bond being at 1.2 million, it's now just at $1 million. You know, you got to be on the safe side with the million. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, he was going to flee the country to go to Istanbul, of all places. Detectives investigated the May 13th shooting outside of Montgomery County Court Center, detailed some of their findings during a bond hearing on Thursday, including the recovery of a bulletproof vest and an airline ticket to Istanbul, Turkey. Dalton Levi Etherly, terrible name, is charged with shooting Joshua Fox in Millennium Plaza that Wednesday afternoon when several other people were miling around the plaza outside the courthouse. He is charged with attempted murder, employing a firearm during a commission of a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. And listen. All of this, none of it really is free speech. So this motherfucker got to fight for his right to prove that he was in his right to do all of that. And it's going to be difficult for him to do it even if he gets bonded out. At the initial hearing on May 15th, Etherly's bond was set at $1.25 million. On Thursday, Judge H. Reed Poland III reset the bond at $1 million, citing state law requiring that amount. During the hearing, Montgomery Sheriff's Office investigators testified that video surveillance documented the confrontation. At about 1:15 p.m., Etherly approached Fox, who was at the court that day for a child support hearing. Etherly had a selfie stick in his right hand. After the verbal altercation, Etherly walked away. Fox then approached him, according to the arrest warrant obtained by Clarksville, which was reiterated by investigators on Thursday. Etherly turned his body in a bladed stance and reached for a firearm in his jacket pocket. Thereafter, a physical altercation ensued. Lead investigator Michael Weber testified that Etherly can be seen trying to pull his gun out of his jacket pocket, and that Etherly later claimed that he was reaching for mace he normally carries. Weber said that the footage shows a firearm being drawn, not mace, pepper spray, and that Etherly told investigators his mace had been confiscated during a prior arrest in Nashville. So he's up here lying. The footage has no audio, and, well, that's going to be difficult for a lot of people to talk about the N-word. And Weber said that he could not determine what was said during the argument. Attorney Jake Findley, representing Etherly, suggests that Etherly was placed in a headlock during the struggle, but Weber said, "I could not see that in the video." That's probably that video we saw from somebody's apartment from a distance. This motherfucker probably was put in a headlock during that. Weber also testified that once the fight began, Fox took Etherly to the ground and that a bullet could be seen ricocheting as they fell. 7 shell casings were recovered at the scene, all 7 from the same gun. Oh. Fox was shot in the torso and the arm. A responding paramedic testified that Fox was alert when she reached him. She said that she saw no exit wounds and suspected internal bleeding because of his blood pressure was dropping. Fox, who is a Clarksville veteran, was not in court Thursday because he doesn't need to be. He's not the one on trial. All right. Well, let's see. Investigators searched Etherly's truck and his home. They found an airline ticket to Turkey. We already talked about that. Dated for May 22nd. Today, this motherfucker was going to spend all these next few days of this past week trying to garner enough live stream viewership for money just to go to Turkey. What was he going to do in Turkey? He couldn't go there and be with his family because he doesn't have his wife. He doesn't have his kid. So I'm just supposed to assume this dude was going to go to Turkey and harass the people there? Like, was he just going to go on vacation? I don't think so. They also found a bulletproof vest, a rifle, a shotgun, ammunition, and a suspected bag of marijuana. He's a pothead. They also recovered Etherly's electronic devices for evidence. Weber noted that no mace was found at the scene in the truck or his home. A mobile forensic investigator showed the court inflammatory racial videos and social media posts made in the weeks leading up to the shooting. One highlighted post from early May that stated Etherly would use lethal force to defend himself and walk away free. Oh no. Body camera footage from the day of the shooting was also played. In it, Etherly told an officer he hit me, started wailing on me, and I had to defend myself. Bond condition. Oh, this is the good part. If I read through this whole thing, I think this is the good part. During the hearing, 2 people were escorted out of the courtroom for disrupting proceedings. I think I could just immediately skip to that one. Chud the Builder's greatest ally right now is, of all fucking people, Jake motherfucking I'm gonna kick an ice sculpture Lang. And listen, there are many people you could hope to support you, but if you got the dumbass who had to be saved by a transgender, you're not in good standing. Now, there's nothing wrong with the transgenders saving people, but it's just funny that a dude who's so anti-trans got saved by a transgender. Who is that? This is Jake Lang, notorious dipshit who is a beacon of what it means to be embarrassed as an American. An agitator who goes out in public and tries to get much like Chud the Builder, tries to get reactions, but instead, where Chud is just getting reactions from black people, Jake wants reactions from all the liberal leftists. And he ran into a bunch of them, and he got his ass whooped and had to flee the scene and jump in a random person's car, and just so happened to be a transgendered black woman. And you know, irony plays out in so many fantastic ways that it was truly great seeing. But let's hear what he's got to say.
Inside Chud the Builder's courthouse right now, the fate of the future of white civilization.
Oh, and when Carmelo Anthony was the topic, this guy wanted the father of Austin Metcalf to join him in his coalition. And because the father had common sense to not want to associate with a dipshit like this, instead of just saying, okay, we hope the trial goes well for you, sir, this dipshit said because a grieving father didn't join his pointless fucking side of losers, apparently more white people are going to die because of him. Ironically, nobody who agrees with that statement brings up how these white kids keep shooting up schools.
Is here. Will we allow the court system to weaponize against us, to give us two-tiered treatment, or will we stand up as heritage Americans for Chud the Builder, who's been given a raw deal? He will wait in prison for the next few months until his court case, unless we bond him out. But the problem is, the bond has been set at $1.25 million. It's unprecedented for an attempted murder charge, which was self-defense. This is two-tier justice. We have to stand against it. I'm here, Clarksville, 9 a.m.
Now, anybody want to take a guess how this motherfucker stood against it? By going into a courtroom where you're supposed to be silent and respectful to the court proceedings, and this dipshit decided to make an ass out of himself and was told to leave. And you know, when you're told to leave the courtroom, you just get up and leave. But dumbasses don't know how to let it go.
Your justice.
All right, take him into custody.
Take him into fucking custody. Look at that. The pure look of what I enjoy is when stupid motherfuckers don't know how to respect proceedings, and they think that they could just walk around and say and do shit with nothing happening to him. This motherfucker was confident that he could just sit there and shit on court proceedings and think he could just walk free. All you had to do was keep your mouth shut till you walked out the doors. Then you could have went outside, called it a two-tier justice system, called it corrupt, and you could have posted that on social media. But no, you couldn't keep your mouth shut. And now you looking, what? Now he's in jail and he not out. They both in jail together. Hey, that's true white solidarity right there.
Take him into custody. I told you, sir, you did not have a speaking role today. You decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him into custody. However,
and you know what's crazy? Once again, ironic is it? Now I don't want to assume nationalities, but let me get a good look at this gentleman right here. This looks to be a Latino. And Chud has to be perped walk by that black guy right there. Oh my, how the turn just fucking table. That's a beautiful thing. Just beautiful.
However, anybody on that side of the bar does not have a speaking role in any of these proceedings today.
You do
There's
not.
not going to be any hoopla or shenanigans from the gallery. You're going to be removed, and I'll talk all about that in a second.
That's good. That's good judge. Good judge right there. Keep that courtroom fucking sacred. Keep them sacred. Got these fucking hooligans out in the world that just want to run amok and cause their own fucking frustration. I like that. Keep this fucking courtroom quiet.
Commercial social media personality remains behind bars for now.
Oh no. We get. Oh, this is just them going over it. I need to be back to the gag order. What are the odds of this stream being taken down? Not at all. There will be no slurs. This stream is staying up. I have no Chud the Builder audio. There's no Chud the Builder audio. This stream's staying up. During the hearing, 2 people were escorted out of the courtroom for disrupting proceedings. Who was the second one? One person was charged with contempt of court. Etherly's stepfather and his brother testified that Etherly had lived in Clarksville his whole life and had family in the area. He owns a business, DLE Contracting, has no prior convictions, and he would be reliable to appear in court. District Attorney General Robert Nash argued that Etherly's videos are created for provocation, I don't know why I said provocation, and profit, and that public safety, not just flight risk, should guide the bond decision. Nash requested a GPS monitor, no access to weapons, and a gag order if Etherly is released. We have an unarmed man who was shot and an armed man whose life is to provoke that man who was shot, or a man just like him. Feenley argued that Etherly should retain access to firearms because he is a public figure and a target. He also said the Istanbul ticket included a return flight and did not indicate an attempt to flee. Mr. Etherly has already been tried in the court of public opinion and will continue to be. Feenley said, adding that Etherly should be allowed to defend himself publicly. He argued Etherly acted of fear of serious bodily harm or death. Judge Poland reset the bond at $1 million. He explained that according to state law, if a defendant is out on bond on other charges, the bond for the new charges must be at least 2 times the customary amount. Etherly was out on bond from an arrest in Nashville when the shooting took place. What a world. Poland said that if Etherly makes bond, he will have to wear a GPS monitor, must relinquish all weapons and firearms, and will be under a gag order with no interviews or social media activity about the incident. So essentially, You can either stay in jail and just wait your time, or somebody, which apparently is going to happen, will bond him out and he can't say shit. He, one way or another, regardless of how you look at it, has gotten he's been bald, he's been neutered, and he can't fight back whatsoever. The beauty of the fucking court system. Finally doing something right. The gag order also applies to all witnesses in the case. Poland also said that the passport application process would be stopped and rescinded if it has been issued. Judge also said that no money raised through the crowdfunding after May 13th could be used toward the bond. He said a circuit court judge will take that matter up in a sourcing hearing. At the close of the hearing, Ethan Lee was escorted back to the Montgomery County Jail with no bond yet posted. A preliminary hearing is set for 4 days from now. When is this? Is that Wednesday? No, that's Tuesday at 9 a.m. at the Montgomery County Court Center. Ooh. Now, I know like people are going to sit there and be like, yes, he can't use any of this money. All that lets me know is if he does get bonded out, this motherfucker's just got a free $200,000 just sitting there. You might have wanted him to use that money to bond out. You might have actually wanted him to have that money to bond out. I'm just saying, you might have wanted to have that to bond out. Like, can we have that money? No, because Give Send Go is not GoFundMe. I think Give Send Go is more on like the conservative aspect of things. They're not really going to take down the GoFundMe unless they could prove some form of fraudulence, which I don't think will happen in regards to this. So even if he bonds out, what a free fucking $200,000 he got just sitting there waiting for him. The crypto casino Duel, that has been identified as the company that is trying to bond Dalton Etherly, aka Chud the Builder, out of jail, streams racist and hate-filled content during their live streams. So Duel is a company that said, hey, we'll foot the $1 million bond so that he could just go home and sit. So don't ever in your life say that, all right, a motherfucker could just rot in jail. Because at any given moment, based on any given circumstance, you could absolutely have the gift of God come in and bless you with a random company, entity, person who just will fork over the money for the fuck of it. And the reason why is because people are running with the idea that this is the battle of free speech. Again, because this is not the first time this has been a topic that has led people to think this is the moment where we will stand with the free speech. This is the moment who we will operate in fighting back with our free speech. And no, it's just a moment in time for motherfuckers to talk about, oh, I should be allowed to say this and you can't get mad because it's just words. And I'm sorry, but as a grown man, it is hilarious to me, the hypocrisy around this misguided conception of free speech that's perpetuated by a bunch of people who just want to say slurs to antagonize people. And they're only saying it because it's not casual conversation. It's not, saying it in passing. Every time this topic comes up, it's in a means to say something to offend somebody, to make them mad, to say it as an insult. And the thing I can't understand with the people who are like, oh, it's just words, get over it. A motherfucker will say, fuck Donald Trump, fuck conservatives, fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck Erica Kirk, and these motherfuckers will demand that they lose every opportunity to make money in this world. And when I say that, somebody, apparently on Reddit, is going to cry talking about that's different. No, it ain't. It's words that apparently don't matter because they're words. But they're words that spew hate. So as I said, I'm perfectly fine with us just letting it rip all across the board. Like, I'm fine. I will be secure. But I need everybody to be in lockstep. No, but that's different. No pieces of hypocrisy. No, let it all rip. Because if you gonna be hateful towards somebody, a motherfucker could be hateful towards you right back. Like, I'm so sorry. If you gonna run around being hateful towards black people can respond being hateful towards. Nobody got to throw hands. Nobody got to touch each other. You want to bust an insult? An insult should be bust on you right back, consensually. You know what I'm saying? Live consensually. Semi-related to that Tennessee man that was jailed over. That's another one. A motherfucker got put in jail for posting a Charlie Kirk meme. Where were the free speech advocates then? Oh, you shouldn't have been joking about Charlie Kirk. What? So you need to tell me all that time motherfuckers was talking about how comedians are being targeted and comedians are being jailed for their right to free speech and expression and all this shit, telling jokes. A motherfucker post a meme and he go to jail and y'all silent? And y'all ain't got nothing to say? Ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. And then, in case none of y'all knew, because I didn't know about this, I think, till yesterday, a woman is in jail right now. Now, when I say that, and you've been around this channel for any length of time, your mind immediately goes to, she probably raped a kid. But no, a woman is in jail right now for posting online about the fucking water system in the town she lives in. I shit you not. And I'm sitting here wondering, like, okay, what else did she threaten everybody? Did she threaten everybody? Did she say, like, if y'all don't change this water system, I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm sitting here, I'm confused. Like, you gonna sit here and Jennifer Cobbs was arrested for making claims in a Facebook post that residents had been hospitalized for consuming the water in Trinidad. Trinidad officials confirmed that the city has been having water issues, but wouldn't say if anyone had been hospitalized. Combs has since filed a lawsuit against the city and several officials, claiming the arrest was an act of political retaliation. I want to see the Facebook post. Oh, here, I think this is not the Facebook post. This is the police responding. Okay. Her arrest stems from a Facebook post she made on the Southern By. Oh, this is the Facebook. Oh, hold. I'm not signing into Facebook. Fuck you. I'm not signing into Facebook. Fuck you. Let me get a look at this right here. We've received reports that some citizens have been hospitalized due to bacteria in the water. This is a serious public health concern that deserves immediate attention. If your water looks discolored, contains sediment, has a strong odor, or you have experienced related health issues, please send us a message. We are gathering information and reporting findings to the state. We are aware that not all areas of Trinidad are experiencing these issues. However, if your water is affected, your information could help identify patterns and ensure the problem is addressed properly. So what the hell is the problem here? All this is, hey, we're getting reports about the water system being fucked up and people going to the hospital as a result. If you have seen anything like this, if your water's fucked up, reach out. What the fuck is the goddamn problem? I don't see we must bomb Hiroshima. Like, all they doing is getting the word out that some shit might be going on. The Trinidad Police Department, in an April 6 Facebook post of their own, said Combs wrote false information that creates fear, panic, or unnecessary emergency response within the community. A May 10th post from Trinidad Police Chief Charles Gregory doubled down on the decision to arrest Combs. Gregory claimed that the case was cut and dry, and Combs' claims about hospitalizations are simply false and have only caused unnecessary fear and confusion in our community. I feel like this is extreme stress. It was probably one of the most humiliating things I've ever gone through in my entire life. Well, I don't know about that. You're white. You know, your entire existence is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this. Is that the water?
He could only have gotten that idea from Benjamin Netanyahu. That's it.
Now listen, class. I'm no biologist. I'm no Aquarius. But me thinks that that's a problem. Now I don't know. But me thinks that this is a problem. I think me thinks this is an issue. Me thinks this is hot button issue. Oh my! It only gets worse. Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Mm-mm. 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 Combs described the city's water supply as looking like the Trinity River is flowing from their water taps. A water boil had previously been issued for Trinidad on April 21st, several weeks after both Combs' post and the Trinidad Police Department's post. The boil was lifted on April 23rd. I'm sorry, but if you got examples of shit like this, you might, goddamn lady, like, is that your mugshot? I don't think I wanted to hear the good day. That's someone's piss, not water. Who knows? All I know for certain is this is a nasty set of circumstances.
Health and safety concerns about a city's drinking water on Facebook. It happened in Trinidad in Henderson County, southeast of Dallas. People who live there say the tap water sometimes looks and smells unsafe.
What does it smell like?
Woman
does it smell like urine? Where her GoFundMe at? I mean, fuck. If anybody deserves an actual attack on free speech is happening, where you can't post about concerns and wanting to find more information about it without the cops knocking on your damn door.
Shared her take on Facebook. The police department arrested her, and now she's suing. Fox 4's David Centendry is live with more from that city. David.
Yeah, well, some city leaders say there are issues with the water system and that there has been for quite some time. However, one woman's claim posted to Facebook that the water is making some people sick led to her being arrested.
Did you ever expect something like that Facebook post could get you arrested?
Not at all.
A Facebook post made by Jennifer Combs, a wife, mother, and citizen journalist.
And white woman. Oh, citizen journalist, that's why. No one respects those. No one respects those.
He could only have gotten that idea from Benjamin Netanyahu.
Like, I'm sorry, no one respects those.
Led to her arrest by
lock up 40 years in a hole.
By Trinidad Police Department on May 8th.
Did you have to spend the night in jail?
I did.
Wait, speaking of dirty water, how's Flint, Michigan? You know what's crazy? There's all this talk about data centers in all these different areas. There's a woman on TikTok, so you already know this is going wrong, who wanted to talk about the data centers and is mad that none of them are being built in cities like Flint, Michigan. And you can imagine that when you as a white woman say that shit out loud, it's going to spark a fucking reaction. Wait, please. I hope I can find this shit. I truly hope I can find this shit. Because when I heard it, I didn't watch the full video, but when I heard that lady say that, I was like, well, whoever stitches this shit, I know exactly what the fuck they gonna say.
Guys, I didn't even know the demographics of Flint, Michigan. I didn't.
Ah! Well, I found the after. Where's the before?
The whole thing about these data centers is that it's going to use up all of our water and the community is going to die because it has no more access to drinkable water. Then why are they putting it in good communities to ruin those communities? Why not places like Flint, Michigan?
Tough, that bitch said.
Niggas. They only think about chicken. They're black.
Shawty said, fuck, dude. We got, why are they in the good communities? Put them around the, never mind.
By now we've all seen this.
Dog, please tell me that video's still up. Please. What happened to Erica being pregnant? What?
Where is that baby though? I'm talking about the third child. She did. I am not like making.
Good Lord. White women are at it again. Y'all just never learn.
I'm here to explain myself and apologize. I made a video that went viral. Occasionally I make videos trying to help support smaller creators or like people's GoFundMe to try to help whatever it is they're pushing, and occasionally
this bitch just keep putting her fucking foot in her mouth. Where is your apology to the people of Flint, Michigan? We need it now. We need it now. Jesus, I'm not about to comb through a fucking litany of of a random white woman talking like this. Jesus. You know what? Lord be my shepherd.
Guys, I didn't even know the demographics of Flint, Michigan. I didn't know who lived there. I just know the people who were living in Flint, Michigan were being poisoned by the water. And we're not talking about lead piping. We're talking chemical byproducts were in the water supply in Flint.
So if you know that much about Flint, Michigan, why in the fuck would you possibly tell everybody, hey, all you people that are stuck in Flint, Michigan, on top of you having water that might kill you, we gonna take in a data center that's also gonna fuck with the resources even more. See, this children, this is white privilege, blind ass ignorance.
Michigan for potentially decades, and they knew it was poisoning people, and they didn't do anything. They weren't even warning the residents. These people have been fighting for their lives. Some people have gotten cash settlements.
Right. But your dumbass decided, hey, fuck them anyway.
And been able to move away, but this is like a historically poor community.
Yeah.
Where they thought they could move in, poison the water, and get away with it.
Then you wanted them to come in and fuck the water up even more for a data center because, they're infiltrating the good communities. Send them to that shithole, Flint, Michigan.
Anyone is telling you I was being racist, mentioning the fact that Flint, Michigan was poisoning people, and that if these data centers have to go somewhere, why can't they go in areas where there's not drinkable water?
No. You sat up there and made it about. If you wanted to just talk about, all right, you want to send some shit somewhere, send it over there, you wouldn't stress that they're in good communities. Because wordplay and word choice is key here. You making it seem like, all right, send them shits to the bad, worthless fucking communities. Them shitholes.
That in any way is being misconstrued. I simply mean data centers are horrible. Why are they having to happen?
No. That ain't what you said. Oh.
The whole thing about these data centers is that it's going to use up all of our water, and the community is going to die because it has no more access to drinkable water. Then why are they putting it in good communities to ruin those communities?
That don't sound like you hate data centers. That sound like you mad that you have to see a data center getting built on your fucking commute to Starbucks. No. Oh no. Those two things don't sound the same.
Guys, I didn't even know the demographics of the way is being misconstrued. I simply mean data centers are horrible. Why are they having to happen? Much less, why are they not being able to use salt water if there's
No. Flint, Michigan barely got drinkable water. Where the fuck the salt water gonna come from? No.
desalination machines that you can use to take salt water, turn it into fresh drinkable water. Why are we letting data centers ruin everything?
Because dumbasses like you get us away from that conversation so that we could talk about you potentially being racist. Now, I don't think you're racist. I just think you're stupid. Because in your attempt, see, it's another attempt of motherfucker trying to sound like they got it all figured out, but they don't got it figured out. They stupid. They're odd. And they and they look disheveled. They look disheveled. And they look scared. And of course, Do I want to listen to a? You know what?
The whole thing about these
let's listen to white on white crime.
Is that it's going to use up all of our water and the community is going to die because it has no more access to drinkable water. Then why are they putting it in good communities to ruin those communities? Why not places like Flint, Michigan? Those people can't use their water. It's
That's even worse. The longer clip even fucking worse. She just keep going.
Toxic water. I don't understand why we have to go to good communities with drinkable water where people are already living and ruin their lives.
Oh. Get a white woman.
Oh, girl, this is not the take that you seem to think it was.
Yeah.
First of all, maybe discontinue using the phrase good communities when using it in contrast to, say, Flint, Michigan, a predominantly black community.
Yeah,
secondly, the issue...
What the kids say, that's coded language. You hate black people and such.
In Flint, Michigan was not the water itself. It was the pipes that were corroding and were leaching lead and other toxic chemicals into the water. But most importantly, I don't think you realize this, but you just reinvented the same exact structural racism that our country has been using against black and brown communities since literally we became a country.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here like a background character. I necessarily didn't give too much of a fuck. Oh wait, apparently when I look at the comments, apparently the bitch deleted the video. How pussified. That's how you know it's a bad take all around. Leon, I don't mean to distract from the subject, but I'm about to bite into a Chick-fil-A brownie and an Uncrustable at the same time. If my colon collapses into the neutron star, I apologize in advance. Die away from us.
Because what you are suggesting is, in effect, putting dangerous, harmful infrastructure into black and brown communities. Because the communities that you're rattling off, that there are already environmental disasters that have happened, those communities...
This is the same lady that got dragged by a stay-at-home dad. Who, this lady right here? What the fuck? Yeah, you get dragged by a stay-at-home dad. Well, hold on. It's one at a time, this. Because right now she cooking.
Communities are on.
Don't let this be another example of me seeing a white person saying something good and then they fuck it up by continuously talking.
Almost always predominantly black and brown, specifically because our government already structures it to make it to where that kind of harm is mostly done to black and brown communities. Yeah. What you are suggesting, it's the same thing that North Carolina did in the 80s when they chose a poor majority black neighborhood as the site where they would dispose of PCB contaminated soil. It's the same thing that they did in New York City in West Harlem when they chose, again, a predominantly black and Latino neighborhood to put a sewage treatment plant with open tanks for the sewage, resulting in literal fumes leaching into black and brown households and making everybody sick. It's the same thing that they did in Houston when they put every single one of the city's landfills and trash incinerators, again, in predominantly...
I ain't gonna lie, this lady's cooking. This type of shit we need. This would mean to put your body on the line, white people. Now, what's this take about stay-at-home dads? Where can I find a take? You know what? You just... Hold. Everybody hold. Let's find this thing about stay-at-home dads.
Stay-at-home dad.
Is this it? It might be. But hold.
If a stay-at-home mom...
Is this it? I still don't trust wannabe white saviors. Now, hold on. We might be able to let one slip through the crack, but let's find out.
Tries to convince you that her job is hard. No, it isn't. I'm a stay-at-home dad of 5 children, and my life is a vacation. I don't understand how some of these women...
Okay, clearly this is just meant to make fun of somebody. Like, clearly this motherfucker is just sitting here making videos. I smell if you take this serious, you need some fun in your life.
Women have 1, 2, maybe 3 kids. who more often than not have been gone at public school most of the day, chuck their kids like they're cornhole beanbags at their overworked husbands as soon as they walk in the door, or tell them to do shit around the house. What the f*** have you been doing all day, bro? Then on top of that, they won't even let them crack most of the time. And that right there is just plain unacceptable.
I swear to God, if I've only heard 20 seconds of this, and I don't take it serious at all. I'm sorry, but there's no way I'm taking this shit serious.
Ladies, just streamline your day and do your job. Leave that man alone and let him crack. It's that easy. No need to overcomplicate things.
I know we don't know each other, but I'm Kendall, and I'm here to f your day right up. See, I'm not a mom, so I...
Opinion disregarded. Like, listen, the rule of thumb is unless you are able to see a glaring fucking problem, keep your opinions about people's families to themselves. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but how the fuck do you not hear his tone of voice and not pick up that this is clear sarcasm? How? How do you watch that and not just? Oh, well, I know the answer. It's because a lot of people just like arguing with each other, arguing for the sake of just bitching in front of the algorithm, pretending like they know what the fuck they talking about and all this extra shit. That's all it is.
I have no idea what it's like to be a mother, whether stay at home or otherwise. But what I do have a whole hell of a lot of expertise and experience in is digital strategy and influencer marketing. And when I did a quick peruse of your profile, it became very clear that you are attempting to establish yourself as not only a content creator, but also specifically an online influencer that works with consumer brands, particularly consumer brands that make household goods like kitchen items, to sell them to your audience. In fact, not that long ago, you put...
Oh, they cut the video off. The video cuts off after that. So sad. So fucking sad.
Stay-at-home Dad Chronicles. So Kendall released her response to my last video. You guys should all go check it out. And I will be responding shortly. And Kendall, post it on Instagram too. Don't be...
Oh God, I want to see the response. I'm sorry, but I just do. Now, where could I find that fucking response? Jesus Christ, this motherfucker makes some good eats. Jesus, what proper knife usage, sir? Oh God, I don't need
Stay-at-home Dad Chronicles. You pissed everyone.
I was laughing my ass off while she was making fun of you.
As soon as I saw him, I knew this was going to be some bullshit. Stay-at-home Dad Chronicles.
Okay, no.
Stay-at-home Dad Chronicles. You pissed everyone.
I was laughing my ass off while she was making fun of you.
As soon as I saw him, I knew this was going to be some bullshit.
Real dads don't get mad when people point out their deficiencies.
I don't remember getting mad, and I don't remember having deficiencies.
I'm a dad. I take care of my kids. Shit's hard.
So then you have the deficiencies?
And I have help.
Good. Looks like you need it. We had many victories in the defeat of Kendall Brown. We got over 70,000 followers when I fried her the first time, and over 39,000 when I fried her the second time. So far, to celebrate, we're fixing up Lily Phillips.
No. I want the response, God damn it.
Stay-at-home Dad Chronicles. No need to overcomplicate things.
I know we don't know each other, but I'm Kendall, and I'm here to f your day right up.
Ooh.
See, I'm not a mom, so I have no idea what it's like to be a mother.
Excuse my fucking pardon. What did you say? Apple cider vinegar.
Over 85% of consumer purchases are driven by women, specifically.
What the fuck? That gotta... boo! I take back what I fucking said. Boo!
Stay-at-home moms.
And who's buying it, Kendall? Catch up.
I went through your profile and took notes about every single consumer brand that you have worked with and have sent them messages letting them know that one of the influencers that they work with just came online to shit all over their most valuable audience.
No, I didn't. Just the ones that were taking advantage. Soy sauce.
And I would also encourage my audience to go ahead and tag all of those consumer brands.
Oh, this shit weak. This fucking white on white violence is just one motherfucker say something and the other was like, you don't deserve to be working with these brands because how dare you be funny? How dare you? You know what's crazy? This bitch better not ever say something to piss off the black community, because she gonna be fighting for her fucking life. No, I stuck up for you all. I defended you all in your dirty ass contaminated water in Michigan. Oh God.
The comments of this video over and over and over again, just so we can make sure that they're aware of the kind of piece of shit influencer they are associating their brand name with.
That sounds illegal. Is it illegal? Gochujang paste. So to summarize so far, my video, which had fuck all to do with you, you have no credited authority.
No children, shriveled up yeast, no eggs, no nothing. You're not a valuable consumer here.
No experience. You're not a parent. Offended you. And now you're trying to starve my 5 children and or cause instability in their home, even though you make yourself out to be such a humanitarian. Okay.
I especially want to make sure that everyone tags both Hexclad and Ninja, because those are the 2 most prominent brands that have tied their brand with yours.
I've never been affiliated with Ninja. I did 2 gifting videos for Hexclad, and I got my gifts. Looks like you're an expert in jack shit. Onion powder.
What are you making?
But something tells me it's not going to take very long, buddy, before they won't be doing that any longer.
Something tells me, buddy, that they're not going to be doing that any longer. You didn't do anything. Molasses. You literally just made me more money on TikTok.
That's a damn shame. There's a time. Shut the fuck up, Paige. I figured it out. I read the goddamn description at the top. Fuck you. There was a time where people used to be concerned when a motherfucker would try to gather the troops and try to cancel a motherfucker over some shit. Now, because people have started to realize, oh, you just gotta not give a fuck about some of these people. You could just keep doing what you're doing. Unless you a motherfucker that you did some unforgivable ass shit. Like, you probably solid. And what might be some unforgivable ass shit? Oh, well, I'm not there yet. We'll get there, but we're not there yet.
My turkey video was tapped out at about 600,000 views. What's it at now? Like 2 million? Garlic powder.
Have the day you deserve, asshole.
Oh God, not the day I deserve. Anything but that. Korean barbecue gochujang seasoning. Turn the heat on low and meld that together. The recipe will be in the comments. Don't you have enough to deal with fucking up your husband's military career?
Okay. You know the crazy thing. You know the crazy thing about these white people. They all know about each other.
Stupid. Brown sugar. You can't cancel me, Kendall. You can't cancel somebody who doesn't care. You really said I'm not a mother, got in front of a camera, and proceeded to bitch about something you know nothing about. Holy insufferable. You had no argument, no rebuttal, just tried to cancel me and starve my children. And you only made me stronger. Shout out to my man Chisha Zed and King T on YouTube. They both have W takes on this.
I mean, why would motherfucker just made an easy to figure out sarcastic quip about stay-at-home moms, and motherfuckers took it serious. I take back what I said. Bitch, you suck just like the Flint, Michigan data center bitch. See, white women, not only do they never mind. Never mind. We've reached our pinnacle here. Never mind. Was that Chris? No, this is Chris. Get a good look at the screen, gentlemen. I want you to take a guess. This man, his name, what's his name? Hold. His name is Alan Chambers. Why do you think he's on the screen? Well, this man, a legendary man for some people out there in the world. Let me just read it out for you. You know what I'm saying? Let me read his back catalog. You know what I'm saying? Let me read I had to go on Wikipedia to find this bad boy. Chambers promoted policies that, in his view, would preserve and protect traditional marriage and the family. He testified before the Massachusetts State Judiciary Committee on Same-Sex Marriages. He was also a member of the Arlington Group, a coalition working to pass legislation against same-sex marriages. Chambers stated that he had mostly overcome his attraction to men, although he did speak openly about his own ongoing sexual attraction to men. However, he rejects the term ex-gay. As of 2006, he was married to Leslie Chambers. Put a pin in that. And had 2 adopted children. Put a pin in that. He traveled extensively and was a frequent speaker and guest lecturer at conferences, churches, college campuses. He debated at many university campuses, such as the University of California at Berkeley, Pepperdine University, and the Reformed Technological Seminary. Prior to Exodus International's annual conference in 2012, Chambers said, "I do not believe that cure is a word that is applicable to really any struggle, homosexuality included. For someone to put out a shingle and say, I can cure homosexuality, that to me is as bizarre as someone saying that they could cure any other common temptation or struggle that anyone faces on planet Earth." In July of 2012, while appearing on NBC's Hardball, Chambers stated that he always believed the catchphrases pray away the gay to be a lazy stereotype and one that he never used, as it invalidates the nature of the complex issues surrounding homosexuality. Chambers went on to tell the host, Michael Schmierknosch, that he has same-sex attraction, and for anyone to say that he does not have temptations or that he could never be tempted or does not have a same-sex attraction is not true. He has admitted to having experienced attraction to both sexes. In June of 2013, he closed the organization, Exodus International, with a public apology to the LGBTQ community for saying that for quite some time we've been imprisoned in a worldview that's neither honoring toward our fellow human beings nor biblical. He remarked that he will now seek to create safe, welcoming, and mutually transforming communities. In 2015, Chambers published a book entitled My Exodus, From Fear to Grace. Now, I see someone in the chat saying he's bisexual. I see another person saying he's gay. And you know what? You're both wrong. I'll tell you who's right, though. Paige, NJ whatever, Beast Morgan, because the guy who at one point thought to have the gay cure, well, he's right. He does have an attraction to the same sex. The problem is it's little boys. A Florida man who once led conversion therapy ministries before later renouncing it was arrested on accusations that he tried to beat a 14-year-old boy. Alan Chambers, who was once the head of Exodus International, a former ministry that offered conversion therapy, was arrested in Orange County and charged with soliciting a minor via a computer, transmitting information harmful to a minor, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Citing an arrest affidavit, all the news stations reported that Chambers was arrested following a months-long sting operation. At what point do you motherfuckers get a grip? Why do y'all... This will sound like a defense, but it's really not. Are you that hornballed for a child? Now, pull the pins out. You got a wife and adopted children, so who knows what you was doing to them. But you got a wife at home. And you, again, it's a case of the oohs, where somebody will have the keys to the kingdom, a wife. Like, that's free puss that you should be able to consensually interact with. And you just like, 14, that matters more than, let's see, how old he look about early 50s. So you telling me your 50-year-old wife can't do it for you no more, huh? All right. Per the outlets, Chambers is accused of communicating with the detective via Snapchat, text messages, and Telegram. Guilty. Like, you using Telegram, guilty already. WEHS WESH, wrong letters in wrong order, reported citing the affidavit that at one point Chambers allegedly sent a photo showing a man's torso and genitalia. Chambers also discussed meeting the detective posing as a teen on several occasions while also expressing concern over being found out. Oh. You know what's crazy? If you got that guilt, maybe it's time to check yourself into some form of a conversion therapy. It's not immediately clear if Chambers has entered a plea. He's currently behind bars in the Orange County. Keep him in there. Lock him up. Eat the key. Matter of fact, eat the key, shit the key out, and then burn the shit. Because this is not a person who I could trust in common society. You, at one point, were so anti-gay, you led the coalition to try to get him to pray it away. But somewhere along the line, as Melanie Mack would put it, you found the butt stuff to be very enticing, very intriguing, very worth your while. And you decided that that was enough. And you need it. You just, you just need to get a little taste of it. And instead of finding a grown adult male to consensually get butt plugged in, you went for the kid, bro. It's bad enough that you held a ministry. That let me know you was already trying to go for kids. Then add on top of it is boys. So you you just can't. Florida has death sentence. Florida needs to figure out how they gonna navigate. I need an actual decision on how we gonna punish a motherfucker for just existing on this fucking plane. Like at some point, the wood chipper must. We must at some point. We gotta be for real, bro. We just gotta be for real. Please. Please. Oh. Hey, guess what? Double whammy. Georgia high school teacher charged with sexually abusing 6 of her own students. Oh. Wait a minute. Released on bond? Free Chud the Builder. Like, at this point, if these motherfuckers could get out on bond, Chud the Builder could get out on bond. It would be real. It's fucking real. Please. Like, listen. If this could be out on bond, Chud the Builder could be out on bond.
Chris Nichols, the now former biology teacher and football staffer for the Alexander High School Cougars, is once again charged with preying on children here.
What? Whoa, once again? Whoa. Time out. Wait, whoa. Back up. What you mean again?
School Cougars is once again charged with preying on children here. The St. Andrews Golf Club community is the alleged scene of one encounter, sex in a truck with a student. That's an improper sexual contact by an employee charge.
It doesn't make any sense for an older person to take advantage of a young child like that.
In fact, 2 weeks after she was arrested and making a $40,000 bond on a child molestation charge.
I'm sorry, and I know it's the unpopular opinion, but if this bitch could get out, because if we not gonna lock all these motherfuckers up with no bond and people could just bond out for the life of it or for the fuck of it, fuck it, bro. When Chud eventually does bond out, fuck it.
The 25-year-old is facing 11 more charges ranging from sexual assault to grooming. She's already made a $74,000 bond.
This motherfucker done put up $100,000 in bonds. What?
A shower between Nichols and her husband is evidence. Investigators say Nichols sent a video of the couple to another child under the age of 16, along with videos of her masturbating with another kid under 16.
We need to kill him. We need to get him out of here. He's unstable. How do you deal with him? We freeze him and break him.
Listen to me and listen to me hard. What you mean you having shower sex with your husband and you sending that to children? I need a Yeah, somebody got mad at me because I think I said something in regards to children and how you basically running a gamble. And it's like, what? Why would you say something? Well, it's because you're running a gamble, and it's literally not a parent's fault unless a parent is the one doing the harm. But if you as a parent are sending your child to school, you're not expecting them to be getting softcore and hardcore porn from their teeth. You're not expecting that. You're not. You're expecting them to go to school, learn, and then come home. Maybe a story about them getting bullied or failing a test. Something. Like that base level shit. It's just that base level shit, not this.
Their frontal lobes haven't fully developed, and
no shit.
You talk about teenagers, they're not innocent in it by no means, because teenagers are going to do what teenagers want to do. But
no, sir. That's that line of logic where motherfuckers think it's okay. They hear shit like that and they think, oh, well, maybe I could blame the teenager. Oh, the teenager's reacting and engaging. No, this is a crime. This is a crime. A crime spearheaded by the adult.
As an adult, you have to be the one that says, hey, this is the wrong thing to do.
So far, there are 6 alleged victims. We understand at least 2 of them have been student athletes. This dad has one message for Nichols and the justice system.
They should throw the book at him.
And they need to. Oh, thank God. You recovered yourself. You made that really dumb statement, but you know you recovered yourself. Good man, good man, good man, good man, good man, good man, good man. Oh, fuck, bro. Fuck, bro. I'm devastated. This is what we got going on in the world. This is what is this? Myron Gaines has wildly contradicted himself in the past week, going from saying that no one should ever be offended by words to this.
Over words? That's very bad, bro. Very bad. If you get offended like that over words, that could put you in jail. That could get you hit with an assault and battery charge, a deadly weapons charge.
Also, happy Memorial Day. There's no way it's fucking Memorial Day. Fuck you. There's no way. I thought Memorial Day was always on a Monday. No. Bullshit. Bullshit. Fuck you, bullshit. It's on a Monday. Fuck you. I knew what I was talking
Charge,
about.
whatever the it may be. God forbid a manslaughter or murder charge because you can't control yourself. 5 seconds. You couldn't control yourself, now you spend 50 years. You're getting mad at some dude calling someone else a name on the internet. Like, think about that. Talking about haram this, haram that. You're a kafir for that. Murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely disrespectful shit that they would never fucking say to me in person. Ever. Because they know that it would be a warrant to knock them out right then and there. If you get that offended over words, that's very bad.
So you mean to tell me in one fucking breath you could try to play Gunt God for free speech and then just say, fuck it, Band-Aid, we can rip it off. This the shit I'm talking about. People are willfully inconsistent on free speech. They are. They want to be allowed to say the things they want to say that's hateful and derogatory towards other people, but they don't want that given to them. They don't want you to say mean things to them, because then it's an attack on them. It's offensive. Now they're going to get violent. They're going to get uppity. And it's just, bro, either we all gonna let it rip or we not. Pick one. You genuinely have to pick one. You cannot sit here and just be like, oh, well, nah. Well, you have to pick one. Either we all gonna get on here and just have the time of our lives just busting shit consensually at each other, or everybody's a fucking hypocrite. We gotta pick one. We need to pick one. And if motherfuckers ain't willing to pick one, we got a fucking problem. And the problem is what I've been saying for the longest of times is people wanting to set the rules, but they don't want to follow the damn rules. Chud the Builder is being treated like he's a serial killer. He might be one.
So it's been reported that Chud the Builder's bond has been lowered to only $1 million. It was 1.5, now it's $1 million, not much of a difference. So it's been reported that Chud the Builder's bond has been lowered to only $1 million. It was 1.5, now it's $1 million, not much of a difference. I think the judge and the DA is basically trying to make a statement, basically saying this guy's not getting the fuck out until trial. They want him in there. They don't want him out. They also stated that he cannot use his Give, Send, Go donations. If he does get bonded out, he has to surrender all firearms, he has to wear an ankle monitor, and he cannot do interviews or use social media. They want this guy gone, period. They want him gone from social media. They want him gone from public life, political life, whatever. They want him gone. And they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that happens. The sad thing about Chud, when he decided to do what he did, you know, went out on the streets, got in confrontations with blacks, used racial slurs, he basically forfeited his right to self-defense, no matter what the situation was.
Hold on. White dude might be cooking.
It didn't matter if someone was trying to kill him. If they were black and he shot them, he was going to get charged, no matter what. He basically forfeited his right when he was doing this on social media. And it's sad because now the state, they are going to do whatever it takes to make sure this guy goes to prison for a long time. If he doesn't take a plea and he goes to trial, he will get the maximum, which is what, I don't know, 30 plus years, maybe more than that. I don't know, maybe less. But it's,
I think they said it was 50 plus. Imagine spending all that time just trying to antagonize black people. You done lost out on connecting with your wife. You done lost out on connecting with your son to the point where this lady is trying to change your son's name. And all you got to show for it is you potentially going to jail. Great father, everybody. Fathers in the homes.
It's going to be a long time. They want this guy gone. So it's time and time again that whites see the same thing. Blacks will murder whites and have an extremely low bond, nowhere near 1.5 million or 1 million. Or they get out on bond, they're able to use their Give, Send, Go donations like Carmelo Anthony. He was able to finish school. They were able to buy a new home. I mean, it's insane. And now we see a white man that didn't kill no one, okay? He didn't kill anyone. He shot someone, but the guy didn't die. And he's treated like a fucking serial killer. And they're doing whatever it takes.
You know what it is? It was a veteran. Carmelo Anthony didn't kill a veteran. He just killed a white kid. That's terrible. That's fucking terrible. The sick part is, if this don't just get sped run, this is gonna be something to where if Chud don't bond out, that motherfucker gonna be sitting there for a long time. Because these fucking court proceedings been going slower and slower. What would Black Tipster have to say about this? I have no idea. I don't know what Black Tipster would say in a matter such as this. I feel like, in the grand scheme, I feel like he'd be okay. I feel like Black Tipster probably sitting somewhere smoking a cigar, relaxing, watching the world burn, for example. For some reason, today, this man once again has just randomly decided to lie about alcohol for some reason.
You're from Wisconsin. Being an alcoholic here is a pretty high bar. Yeah, yeah.
Didn't this dude talk about how he was going to wean off alcohol and cut back and cold cut and get his life together and all it? Did he or did he not? What happened to cutting off the bad alcohol?
It's just a bunch of like, it's a bunch of that have, you know.
Whoa, slur for the gay people?
They sit at home and they're like 12 years old. And they're like, it's like, oh, he's drinking. Yeah. And I don't get it. Is that supposed to be an own? I don't understand.
I mean, when you promote in front of an audience of people that you are wanting you are wanting to clean your life up for the fucking better, you might want to not try to, oh, you all just being fucking dramatic. Like, no, you're the one who set the standard, and you're mad when people catch you in your lie.
I'm 43 years old. What is that? Like, it's so weird. That's why I like don't even engage with it anymore, because these people.
What are you doing right now? Stop! Why is it every single damn time? Oh, wow. I'm not gonna feed into it. As you feed into it, stop! If it's nothing to feed into, listen, okay, now I could say this and I won't have a fucking problem, but first I need to get my piece of evidence to back my claim. And I recognize that what I'm about to say is understandably the take that will not go over well. I understand it completely. But I need you to walk with me. The quartering's winning. Now, when I say that, you will directly point to Kino Casino and the expanding in viewership, live viewers, and the fucking kicks and subs that they get and all that. Just listen. Just hold. Put the pitchfork down real quick. All this started with a dumbass fat fuck taking people's right to speak away with the assistance of a YouTube rep and all that shit. And it eventually was just left in limbo up until last week, where apparently through litigation, they confirmed that a motherfucker just put their shit up in limbo and they can't get their channel back. So on a base level, this motherfucker won. This motherfucker is now probably going to start, or making the attempt to start, going after all these clip channels. And I feel like one by one, all these clip channels might drop. Might. There's a chance that it might not. And you could see it in people that the topic of the quartering is starting to die down. And you could point in any given different direction, but really it comes down to, okay, this motherfucker is just a constant fuck up, and they're not getting their channel back. They should have never gotten their channel struck or taken down or taken away to begin with. But the more this motherfucker just randomly is getting shots of adrenaline of W's after popping them Zans, and you got people like Camelot fucking up stories just to be added into the conversation, just to be looked at as somebody with information. I told y'all, it's those small W's that'll add up and make him feel better about himself. And that's not what you need. You need this weird looking motherfucker to just out himself as a dumbass.
People are just like, I don't know what kind of life they live, but like, I'm in Wisconsin, flipping everybody drinks. And it's not like I run a channel that's like drinking bad. So I don't really understand. Like, people are so desperate for things to criticize that, like, that's essentially all they come up with. Like, hold on a second. It's because you said you were giving up drinking. Well, I have severely cut back, but that's actually not true.
Oh my God. Oh no. Stop. What part of it isn't true?
I also hard cut alcohol on my birthday too, so I mean that's it's been 2 days, but
good job.
Yeah, but I'm just doing a hard cut, complete cut.
A hard cut, complete cut. Oh my God. Who's Kino Casino? It's two funny ass Canadians.
No like time frame, no like only for a month, just a hard cut. Okay. And so we'll see how that goes. I think I'll start sleeping better, because the moral f***ing over drinking came way before I ever said I was going to cut back. I also hard cut alcohol on my birthday too. It's just I see, it's like they forget I've been online like my whole life. Like, I see what this stuff is. Who gives a shit? I also hard cut alcohol. Who gives a shit? Like, I also hard cut even people who are adults are like, he drinks. I'm like,
because you when you make such a big stink about what's going on in your life, you have to, and I mean have to, have the decency and the balls not to keep everybody up to date, but to at least hold that standard for yourself. This motherfucker said he was hard cutting, and then within the next day, they saw him shotgunning a fireball. It's like, it's pathetic, bro. Watching this dude squirm in different directions is just odd to look at, and it's just odd to see. And I wish the motherfucker could actually stand a true test of time, but he can't, because he's got to be desperate for some layer of talk to make himself seem smart, when really he's just throwing shit at the wind. And if you don't happen to believe me on that front, remember, shut up. Remember the fucking shooting at the mosque. It's a clear tragedy. People died. But for some reason, narrative means more than anything else. And this is what this dipshit has to say in his bed. Instead of just making a video saying, hey, shit's bad, shit's scary, prayers, because that's boring.
Well. Awfully convenient moment today when obviously something very bad happened. Not denying that it happened. But when in America we have reached our peak fatigue with a particular religion after a,
mind you, and maybe I've been living under a rock, what Muslim fatigue did y'all fucking have? Where did you have that?
Muslim-only water park day in Texas was discovered, and
you getting fatigued of Muslims because they had a water park party? Nothing else. Nothing else.
Hated on by anybody who is a normal American. After Lululemon put out a hijab, and people in America said, nah, we're not cool with that. Suddenly, two young white guys in California, the wokest state in the country, decided that they were going to go take on a mosque. Never really thought that would happen. Again,
you never really think any act of violence is going to happen. When you hear about a fucking school shooting for the first time, you're not expecting somebody to want to go into a place of education and shoot children. Now, after the fucking 50th time, you just counting them up and waiting for the next one. But why are we running the subtle, not so subtle game of saying, oh, well, maybe, how convenient. He's blatantly trying to Alex Jones this shit in the dumbest way possible.
I'm not saying I know anything is off by this.
You don't know shit.
But leave a like on the video right now if you think that's a little suspicious.
Leave a like on the video if you think it's suspicious that people shot up a place of worship. Leave a like on the video if you think that this is one big conspiracy, perfectly timed after all of us had something negative to say about Mosque and the Muslims and their religion. Because, ooh, how dare they infiltrate my country to go to a fucking water park?
The number 4 trending thing in the world right now is Islamophobia. What a coincidence. What a crazy, kooky coincidence.
Because they shut up a mosque! That's like after a church with primarily black people in it gets shot up, and the fucking 4th trending thing is racism or white supremacy. What is this piss poor attempt at creating speculation is just a dumbass way to mischaracterize information in real time. And this is where people go to get news.
I mean, at a time in which people were basically coming together to say, I don't know about all this. I don't know about Dearborn, Michigan having 100,000 Muslims, Arabic street signs, things like that. I don't know. Texas building a mosque super city. I don't know about this stuff. Suddenly, there is an incident in which 2 white boys...
Why are you putting quotes on an incident? There's a shooting, 3 people dead. Why are we putting the quotations on it as if it didn't happen?
Happened to go into after a mosque and just so happened to leave manifestos behind that had problems with the Muslim religion, Islam.
And they had various other fucking issues with various other groups of people. These motherfuckers hated Muslims, blacks, gays. These motherfuckers hated everybody. And isn't this the same dude when some act of violence happens to a fucking conservative, or when the perpetrator is nothing but a transgender? This motherfucker wants the manifesto before anything else. This motherfucker don't even want him arrested. Show me the manifesto first. Show me what secret left-leaning ideology is in there. But, oh God, you can't put a spin on this one, so it's all speculation. It's just caricatures put up to the sun.
I'm not saying that this isn't 100% true. I'm not, because I can't know. But I am saying this is 100% extremely convenient timing. So the two people that carried this incident out have now been identified, and there's only certain things I can show on screen. So 2 teenagers were identified as Kane Clark and Caleb Vasquez, 17 and 18 years old. They fled the scene, but were found in a vehicle a short distance away from, well, taking the coward's way out. Now, a lot of people talked about how, oh, the brave LAPD engaged these people. No, never happened. They showed up, they took some people out, and then they took themselves out. Now, I wish that they had decided not to show up that day, and just maybe if that's how they wanted to leave this planet, then that's how they should have left this planet. Well, they should have gotten help. But what's very interesting, one of them is Kane Clark, Caleb Vasquez, right? 2 senior law enforcement officials told NBC News. They were found inside their car, taking the coward's way out. Authorities said in a news conference today that police first received a call about a, quote, runaway juvenile, excuse me, with the teen's mom reporting that her son was feeling dark thoughts, that several of her weapons were missing, and that her son was with a companion dressed in camouflage.
What's so interesting? It's just a recanting of the events of that day playing out, and them being concerned that they might have somebody doing some shit they shouldn't be fucking doing.
She also found a note that her son left behind that began to trigger a larger threat assessment picture. Police Chief Wall said, our threat management unit began to take tips and leads would utilize technology we had available to us. Investigators are now probing the anti-Islam writings that just so happened to be found in the car inside the vehicle, but Wall said there was no specific threats made against that mosque or any other facility. Now, none of this erases that a father of 8 children, a security guard, lost his life. None of my grand, what a coincidence, timing, comments, tongue-in-cheek, erases that this man lost his life. And even if I disagree with his religion of choice, and even
no one gives a fuck about your opinion on the religion of choice. Sorry that we live on a planet in a country where motherfuckers don't just go to the Catholic Church. And if you're somebody promoting the Catholic Church, atheism is stronger than ever.
And if I don't want a single mosque in America, in my opinion, he was a hero, is a hero. He engaged these individuals, and, I'm sure he was out-armed. Apparently they were well-armed. And this is a father of 8 who now 8 of these children will now grow up without a father. I don't celebrate that. That's still a tragedy. It doesn't matter to me that he worshipped, he was a different religion.
If it don't matter, why bring it up?
It was his job to protect that mosque, and it appears that he did so, at least to the point of, scaring them off perhaps. Now, there was a news conference and it was interrupted by a heckler, a Muslim heckler, who said, our Muslim brothers and sisters have been talking to you for how long? The person said to San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria, who took the podium, you have to effing listen, they told Todd. Now, there was a landscaper also that was fired on, apparently, but missed. There were 5 discharges. He then ran to the door where he saw a white car with the driver's side window broken and glass flying off. The driver seemed to be yelling as he drove away, Collins said. I thought it was just a kid, he recounted. He said he went outside and saw that a landscaper working next door at the next door neighbor's house was on the ground and noticed that he had been hit or he had been injured on his head. Might have been just maybe from going down or whatever that case is. However, Police Chief Scott Walsh suggested in the news conference that the landscaper may have been wearing a helmet, which likely saved his life. So there was a ricochet that hit him in the head and he survived. Amen. Praise God that he survived. Of course, Zohran Mamdani was immediately on this. I'm horrified by the incident at the Islamic Center of San Diego, an apparent act of anti-Muslim sentiment. We don't know that. There's allegedly some anti-Islam writings. We don't know. I assume.
This is the motherfucker who would chomp at the bit. I think I'm more agitated that in a moment where anything is up in the air, a dumbass in one breath is going to say, hey, well, I think something is going on here. We should be looking into this. In the next breath will be like, well, we don't know what's going on here. We don't know how anything's mapping out. We don't know how anything's going on. We don't know. We just don't fucking know.
By tomorrow, my first video will probably be whatever their writings are, because you know they're going to rush these out. It's going to take a long time. Look how long it took to get the writings of that lunatic in Nashville. A year? But you know these are going to be out by the time we all wake up tomorrow. Leave a like on the video right now if you think they'll probably be.
I'm good. I'm gonna skin myself. I can't. I'm gonna skin myself. I live in the most dystopian fucking timeline. I live in the most dystopian timeline known to man, where somebody could just casually, for no reason under the sun, downplay one fucking shooting because he's pissy. Nobody came to his aid and gave him information as quick as he wanted. I'm sorry that in different cities and different states, a process takes longer. I'm so sorry that in the time span of you sitting here desperate trying to get people to care about something, you're not getting it as quick as you want. I'm so fucking sorry. My head has begun to hurt. All of these topics greatly upset. We had some funny, but I'm going to bed now.